Hey guys, what's up? Big Reviews here. I am here. Okay, you get me. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Big Reviews. Alright. Alright. Hey guys, what's up? Big Reviews here. I'm here with Davis and Connor Minton. I don't know why I said Connor Minton. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Big Reviews here. I'm here with Connor and Davis. We just got back from seeing The Lion King. Well, you saw it.
I saw it on Thursday.
You saw it Thursday, so he saw it opening night. We're gonna just talk about it because we each have a different opinion of the movie, I think. So we'll start with you since you saw it first and you kind of warned me about some stuff. So how about we do this first? Let's talk about the bads, like what you think was bad, and I'll talk about what we thought was bad, and we'll talk about what was good.
Okay. So, like, once it got to the part where, like, Timon and Pumbaa find Simba, it kind of got to where it felt like it was rushed, like, towards the end. Like, you saw him as a cub for about an hour and 20 minutes, and then you saw him as, like, an adult.
Was it that long, really?
Yeah, it was a while.
Wow. The first part flew by then.
No, it really did, because it was good. Like, the first part was really good, and then it felt like they kind of got lazy with the CGI, and they're like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. And they had to finish it because they already started and put the release date.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's really
the only bad thing?
Yeah, I mean, there was some other stuff, like, I was talking to Casey earlier. He said, like, I said, and then he agreed that Timon and Pumbaa were supposed to be loners in the jungle, but they weren't.
Yeah.
So it kind of threw off that whole, like, oh, we live on our own, like, we're doing our own thing kind of vibe that they taught Simba.
Yeah. I did like, well, we can't talk about what we like first. Minton, what did you not like about the movie? Was there anything that really stood out to you?
I would just say maybe a little bit of character development.
Yeah, with certain characters.
Yeah, I'd say it wasn't like a lot of it
Mm-hmm.
throughout. Like I could see where he talks about where it's rushed.
Look at the camera.
But like I kind of watched the movie before.
You watched the animated one before?
Yeah, I saw that. And like nothing's gonna top that. Nothing is ever gonna top that.
Never.
But like, I would say like lengthwise, they kind of got it on point. The only thing was just some scenes were too short.
Yeah, I know. I
extended maybe like 5 or 10 minutes longer.
So my main thing was basically, I mean, it's really hard for me to hate something. So I think everyone knows that by now. But I went into the movie. This is what I do with a lot of movies that are controversial, like with Transformers. I'll be like, I know this plot's gonna be shit, but I'm just going to see Transformers kick ass. And so when that happens, it gets a little better, honestly, than, you know. Well, but I went in like, okay, obviously nothing can top the original Lion King. The thing that Casey mentioned, we talk about him a lot, but he's not even in the video. So the thing that Casey mentions a lot is...
Casey, come over here. Let him know what you look like.
This is him right here. He's not. We're not going batshit. It's an actual...
Come on.
He's an actual person. They mentioned how Childish Gambino as a voice actor was good, but it wasn't like... You know, I thought he would do better than what I heard. Like, it wasn't bad. But I don't know. Like, there's some scenes where he'd be like, huh? Or something like that. And I'll be like, but his singing obviously was great. I mean, that's really the only bad. Like, there's really nothing, yeah, I think the first hour, whatever you said, like, with Mufasa, like, once we saw Pumbaa, that's basically the halfway mark of the movie.
Well, it's supposed to be, but it didn't seem like it.
It didn't seem like it, but the first half was great. Like, it brought me right back to Lion King 1. Like, the original one.
Yeah.
But, like, the whole movie, honestly, I got a lot of nostalgia with the movie. But the first half with Mufasa and Simba was really great, and that's probably my favorite part of the movie.
No, because they really showed They really showed the connection between, like, father and son.
Yeah, and there's a couple cliche dodges, too. Like, when Mufasa's mad at Simba, you're expecting him to get, like, the father speech. He really doesn't, and then they start playing.
I mean, they did that. That was in the original.
No, I know. That's why I just like it. That's why I like it so much.
They followed the guidelines of the original movie pretty well.
Yeah.
And if anyone is going to direct almost lifelike animals CGI, it's going to be Jon Favreau. I mean, he did Jungle Book, he did Iron Man 1, he did all that stuff. But anyways, all right, I think we lingered on the negatives too much. I think we should go to the positives.
One great positive was the soundtrack. The
soundtrack was very good.
On
whatever the main soundtrack is, like, it's in the trailer, but whatever, I don't know how to explain it. It's like with the chorus, and it's like, like every time, like at the end when they showed that sounded like fucking 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The main thing that stood out to me was the freaking CGI. I mean,
oh, dude, it was great.
Like,
it was amazing.
I there was a couple scenes, especially with water, where I thought it was like a live action shot they just took, but it was like everything was CGI. Like the muscles on the lions, you know, even each individual animal. What'd you say?
They're fucking yoked.
They were built like the every line in the movie was like gigantic.
Realistic.
as well. The only downside about them doing it like this is because in the animated version you can get a lot more facial expressions with the characters. And this, like, if Simba's sad or mad, he's like, "I love you" or "I hate you." It's like you really can't do much with the facial, but I could still see some in there. It's just really hard when you're doing it on lifelike.
I mean, you could do it with
creatures.
CGI. Like, CGI
No, you can, but I'm
facial
talking about
expressions are
compared to the animation, like where you can have them express themselves way more, like with their smile coming up here, you know.
fine. Well, it's true, but it's also
You know,
like,
it wasn't bad
But think about it. Look at the technology from
then to now.
then to now. You should be able to do it with CGI, right? Like,
Yeah. The one probably my favorite thing of the movie is probably James Earl Jones is back to be Mufasa.
He sounded old as shit, though.
He sounded old, but it's just that voice. Like anytime I hear it, I get chills. I think of Darth Vader. I think of the guy from Sandlot, you know, who owns the dog. But the minute, like when he, like, anytime Simba would like look at the sky and talk to Mufasa, I would get chills because he'd be like, "Remember" or whatever.
Okay, that's another thing I really
The
like.
monkey.
Well, no,
I mentioned that. I don't know if you were gonna mention that.
no, it's like, okay, so when he goes and he's like, you know, he's supposed to be talking to his dad like up in the clouds and stuff. Like, you really couldn't tell they were supposed to. Like, they're supposed to be a cloud shaped as a lion.
You saw it.
You could see it through the lightning, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like the
'Cause it
entire
would- 'cause,
time.
like,
It
because-
wasn't constant.
It wasn't
No.
constant, but then again, it looked kind of it would look weird again. Like it would look like normal, but it would still. It's not like because like in the animation, it was just they literally. It was basically like, clouds in animation and clouds in CGI are way different. Clouds in CGI are like realistic, you know. Animation, they're like clumped together. But I get what you mean. But I did see it. I was looking for it, but it was like a,
Yeah,
a
I mean, I was
storm.
everybody's looking for it
Yeah.
if they've seen the movie before. So you can see it with the lightning and like the eyes and the mouth, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, you go back to the original, the cartoon. Like, I'm pretty sure his mouth is moving in the
No,
clouds.
it
Yeah,
is.
well, then again, it's also a cartoon.
Yeah, I know.
Cartoon stuff can have so
Yeah,
much more stuff
yeah.
than realistic stuff. They try to make it as realistic as possible.
No animal genitalia. Okay, so that's the other thing that me and him were talking about. Like, like it's sad because I was looking, like, because he mentioned it, and I was just looking. I'm like, these guys, like, how do they reproduce? There's nothing there. But anyways, the one thing,
I'm gonna have to cut that.
no,
Yeah.
I'm keeping it in. But
Oh,
the one thing that I even mentioned to Casey, I mentioned to Casey when we were watching it. This fucking the monkey, I forgot his name. Rafiki fucking comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Your father's alive." And he's like, "Follow me." It's such a dick move, low
I
key.
take offense to that. No, I'm kidding.
It's low key a dick move because he's like, "Your father's alive. Follow me. I'll bring you to him." And at first, like Mufasa's like, "He's actually here. Like he's alive." And then he's like, "Oh no." He's,
The amount of disappointment.
what did I say?
Said
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
There's so many fucking characters. All right, it's either S or M they start with.
Or an N.
A surprise?
And, like,
No,
who
that's
owns a
oh
T?
that might be
Who
another.
owns a T? I mean, we keep going on.
That might be another negative. Probably not, but there was like when Nala was back with the other girl lions at the end, and they were talking. I didn't know which one was Nala. They all look the same. Like the guys, I'm like, okay, that's Mufasa, that's Scar. You know, like Nala looked like her mom, which is understandable. I'm like, what the like?
Well, but if you go back to the animated one, like, I mean, as a kid, I couldn't tell which one
Was
was.
a kid? Yeah, this movie for a kid's movie is dark. Like
Everyone said that. The movie in general, like the animated, it was like such a dark movie.
yeah,
Like someone told me that like it was supposed to be a dark movie, and then I went and listed off like everything that happened in the animated,
yeah.
and it's dark. It's just like the whole story is dark. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a dark movie.
But this one,
The ending when Simba kills Scar, there's fire everywhere. He falls
Exactly.
into the fire, and then
Yeah.
hyenas eat him. Like it's a dark
and
film.
especially with this one because it's more realistic. Like when Scar was eating the carcass and he's trying to get
Oh, you can see the blood.
you
like,
see the
his
blood
skin.
on his thing because I'm like, okay, first off, there'd be like a bloodbath on this damn hill in real life, but he had blood there, and then when he got eaten, and then the person I went with, she was like he sat next to me, Case sat next to me, and the girl sat next to me on the other side. She was like, she forgot she hadn't seen the movie in so long, so when Mufasa was laying there, he's like, does he die? I was like, you don't know. She's like, I haven't seen it forever. I'm like, yeah, he dies. I'm so that scene was sad. Like I knew it was coming, and I was like, that was like I was like when I walked in, I'm like, we're gonna have to see this shit in like HD, you know?
One thing I do want to talk about is the actors.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
which was good casting and which was bad casting.
I think for singing wise, all of them sang good in
Oh,
my
no, they all
opinion.
sang great.
Childish Gambino, like I said earlier, like he was great, but just some of the lines he like delivered, You know, it was just like okay,
Don't hurt my mother.
yeah, like that. It was like,
I'm not intimidated, but
it's not intimidating, but I still love him as an actor. But Beyonce was good,
Beyonce
which
was.
kind of surprised me because I thought they only picked her because like
Social
she's-
status.
social status and she can sing, but she had a really good voice. I mean, obviously James Earl Jones as Mufasa was
Yeah.
great. I mean, I like the original Scar better, Jeremy Irons,
Yeah,
but
it was.
but this one wasn't bad to
No,
me.
he wasn't bad. It's
He did
just-
not do a good job. The monkey had a great. I forgot who plays him, but great actor. I mean, they all really did.
I think they picked out like the three main hyenas.
Yeah.
Those were.
One of them was from Key and Peele.
Yeah.
The other one was
Yeah.
Eric Andre. I forgot who the other one was, but Seth Rogen as Pumbaa took me by surprise.
He was pretty good.
I liked.
I liked it.
No, I did.
Yeah,
No,
it was
because
great.
I thought a lot because I saw a lot of Twitter stuff about how like he might not be that good.
Mhm.
But then when I saw it, like I was laughing. Like it was
Yeah.
funny. He can like it was funny because Casey mentioned he like they tried to have him sing as less as possible
Oh,
because
yeah.
he but he had his iconic Seth Rogen laugh. But I really liked what he brought to the character, and whoever played Timon, I liked.
Did you see they did the? Did you notice they did the Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the
cameo?
Beast
that,
song.
that was great.
That was
I love
awesome.
that.
What? Yeah, because like at first he started talking,
They were about to
the-
sing "Be Our Guest."
he said
Yeah.
"B R," and it cuts, and they just get. That was
Yeah.
really cool. That was a really good
I
time.
thought that was funny.
But the camera work was great too. I mean,
Oh, camera work was on point
Because
throughout the scene.
it puts you in it puts you at the level like when Simba's running from the what are they called, hyenas? Like it puts you like it's not like Mufasa's height, it's Simba's height. It's on the ground scurrying. Like that's not the word, scurrying or whatever. The way like there's a shot towards the end where like you see like the hill, but it's like through the water, and then like a thing jumps in the water, then it pans up to the actual hill.
They had a lot of first person like running. and,
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty like Pumbaa when he was going to bulldoze the
oh, yeah.
hyenas at the end.
Yeah.
That was all first. Like it was first
I didn't
person
see something
for.
like that part.
What?
The one of my favorite parts about the original film was the reference to Mr. Like they call me Mr. Tibbs part, where it's like I am
Oh,
Mr. Pig, and
yeah.
they changed it with Chubby. Now that's not like a big thing, but like I love that cameo so much in the original film.
Yeah,
So I thought that would be better if they had
had that in there.
And the one thing that I did love about the movie is they didn't recreate like every scene for scene in the
They
original.
changed some comedy up and
Yeah.
stuff.
And they
for 'em.
actually made it look like more realistic as in the scene.
Yeah. So what I heard, what they did with at least Seth Rogen, whoever voices I forgot the name again, the little jit with
Timon.
Timon. There's so many names. What I heard was both voice actors just basically improvised a lot, and they took the best lines and then they animated that. So it's better when you animate off of the voices, because then like you'll get a more like picture perfect mouth movement to the voices. Because then if you start animating and then you do the voices,
It gets sloppy. So like some there could be
yeah.
mistakes.
I was looking for some ADR stuff. I mean, they match the mouths well with the voices. I mean, as best as they can do.
I think one person that would actually like play Scar well is what's his name? Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis can play any CGI character.
I feel
great.
like he would be so perfect for that role because he can lower his voice so low.
Yeah, but I
Just
mean
he can
overall,
be- No, the guy who played him was fantastic.
and then that's basically. I mean, what else are we missing? I mean, the music was great, and the musical sequences are really great.
Yeah.
They also changed up Scar's song.
Yeah,
I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty
Well,
cool.
and they did it where it wasn't a whole like the army marching and
Like
Yeah.
the Hitler March.
Yeah,
the Hitler
that
March.
was-
But overall, like the songs were really well sung. Like Kuna Matata was great.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the Circle of Life was amazing. Like that was the first thing you see in the movie, right?
Yeah. It
Is
was-
that, and then it cuts to the title card, which is kind of like that. That was pretty crazy. But overall, I mean,
I got chills from that.
is it a 59 on Rotten Tomatoes level score? No. Is it a 90? No. I'd say it's like a 80, 85. It's not. What would you give it?
6
I
out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Yeah, I'd give it about a 6.
I'd give it, if I was working for Rotten Tomatoes, I'd give it a 71.
Wow. Okay. Specific.
Yeah,
Now,
so-
if there was never an original Lion King movie,
it would be different. That'd be different.
I think we should honestly. All right, let's give it the score for it being a remake of The Lion King. Let's give it a score for it being its own movie.
I don't know if I can give it its own movie though.
It's just
because
hard.
It's just in my
So,
head.
I
Like they
mean-
miss so much.
I mean, if I'm thinking like,
I think everyone can agree though that everybody whoever didn't like it would like it more if it was an original movie and Lion King never existed.
Like
No.
if you're a 5-year-old right now and
You're gonna love it.
and you like didn't watch Lion King, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Or even if you did, like,
Like
Yeah.
still, as you're a kid.
yeah, I mean,
I don't think it was horrible at all. I mean, it could have been better. Could have been way worse.
it was.
They could have messed it up like big time.
no.
You know,
Yeah.
but it could have been a little bit better. But you know, I think Disney should stop with these live action remakes for a
Now they're
bit.
coming out with Mulan.
They're doing Mulan.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Well, they're
excited about
they're
that.
doing little.
Mulan was great. You should not
Well-
remake a movie.
Well,
that was
apparently
so
they're
great.
not going off the story. They're going off of like the actual tale.
No, they want to be respectful to Chinese culture, which I understand that. That's why they're not having like Mushu and they're not doing it because they.
I don't really know much about Mulan, but I heard about people are
Mushu
pissed
was
about
the best
Mushu.
character in Mulan.
But I heard they're doing Little Mermaid now. I think the best live action one they did was Beauty and the Beast. Honestly.
Nah,
I haven't seen Aladdin
Aladdin.
yet.
Hey guys, this is another visit from editing Joey. Basically, I accidentally pressed spacebar here, so I started recording again to finish off to give a goodbye. But for some reason that's corrupted, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this. Thank you for Davis and Connor for stopping by. More videos with them definitely to come. They love filming and they're really good at it too. Sorry about this ending being a little weirder than usual, but I'll make it up to y'all. Don't worry. If you liked, please leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Let me know if you liked Lion King down below or why you didn't like it. And as always, it's been Joey. Peace out.